I'm pretty sure I checked. We've never made it as a commander before. One of the best color combos in Commander right now, which
So
is
5 color?
we got no, well, I mean, obviously, but we got this one, which we've made 100 times. We
Oh,
put this,
Karlach.
yeah. They asked for Karlach, which if you guys don't know what that is, I'll read it. So it's it's red and it's 5, and it's also worth a good amount of money because this is a really strong effect because you don't need anything like to really trigger it.
And
Uh,
thirsty fanboys who played Boulder's Gate were like, "Yo, she's
Yes.
hot."
But she's also good because
Yeah, she is.
she doesn't in particular have to attack. So like it just says whenever you attack, if it's the first combat of this turn, untap all attacking creatures. They gain first strike until end of turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. So it's an extra combat card. 5 mana is very well costed for an effect that all you have to do is attack and you immediately get something else. The first strike is really good, especially if you like combo this with like an Orin Frostfang, and now you got first strike Death Touch, and it's like, oh no. But speaking of that, then if you didn't realize, she has choose a background. So they
That means you
wanted,
get to pick another color with it.
right? She wanted to or I shouldn't gender them. They wanted to play Raised by Giants, which is the one that makes Karlach a 10/10. So you could potentially just kill people if Karlach has one pump spell in one turn, which is really cool.
Mhm.
Because it makes commander creatures you own have base power and toughness 10/10 and are giants in addition to their other types. So she becomes a 10/10. You get 2 combats. They take 20. If you have like one thing that pumps her, that is like killing very fast. Like I
Plus,
like the idea
we're in
that
the colors that run the creature power doublers.
yeah, exactly. So
So, are we doing tribal like extra combats?
we don't have to do that. We could just do like gruel good stuff. We don't like have to make it tribal combats. Obviously, we should play some attack triggers just because they're good in a deck that your commander is an extra combat. So like let's
Yeah,
name it
let's
first,
start
and
it up.
we'll get into talking about it after. So we got the one of the most popular characters from Baldur's Gates. This and the
Dami Mami.
vampire, and the vampire
Oh
are
yeah,
definitely the two.
yeah,
Yep.
Asterion.
Yeah, Asterion.
AKA, why won't you fuck me?
That's who I played as when I played. I played as Asterion. I had a lot of fun. But
I've actually yet to play with any of the named characters. I've always just made my own character
well,
in my world.
I don't want to say anything because you probably haven't done his backstory yet.
I got pretty far. I did the main part of it where like I got to like the big bad vampire dude, and then he was all mad that I was like, no, I'm gonna make you force you down the good route.
Oh, you did. Wait, did you get to the fight where it lets you choose? Like, wait, did you get to the fight where you fight all the vampires? Did you get to that one?
Well, yeah, well, when I got in there, actually, because I was playing a paladin with a very high charisma, I talked my way through it, got to the end, and we had the fight, but also paladin broken.
Yes.
So he went down in like 2 turns.
Well, yeah, Riz is broken in that game. That's why Asterion, I like spect him to like be able to like pass any check, like because I gave him a lot of stuff. Also, I did the cheaty thing where like I got that amulet that gives you a D4 if you're shapeshifted, and then I got the helm of shapeshift that you can get really early on, where I was shapeshifted as a tiefling the whole game. And little known fact that I find out is I didn't know this, but I found it out like way later on. Is you can shapeshift and then take the helm off, and you stay shapeshifted as long as you don't teleport or anything or go to sleep. So I'm like, oh my god, I could have used another helmet this whole freaking time. Like, just like that is kind of stupid because there isn't a lot of good amulets in the game to begin with. So like the D4 on additional all checks for like a rogue slash, I kind of made him like a rogue slash bard so that I could just deal with any situation. Because like you are right, like Riz in that game is broken. You could talk out of anything.
And then if you do get into combat, paladin's like, okay, well, divine smite with savage attacker. I roll all my damage dice on advantage.
Yep. Paladins are also broken in Baldur's Gate for sure.
Yeah.
Like if we're talking about like
Baldur's Gate, let's look at this Baldur's Gate character.
Yeah. So what are we gonna name it?
I told you Dami Mommy.
Oh, Dami, that's the name. Okay, I didn't know if you were just projecting.
100% is.
I didn't know if you were just projecting.
No, both.
Her story is kind of sad though. I don't know if we should talk too much about Baldur's Gate, though. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. It's so good. It's one of those things that's so good that, like, I want people to be able to experience it for themselves. Because I played an evil campaign, so when I got to the part with the vampires with the Asterion, I took a very different option than you, Derek. Because we're like, I took the evil option.
Man.
I'm not gonna say what it was, but you might know what it is just by me saying that.
I almost do want to make this extra combats, man.
We could Derek. We're gonna play them in there. Like,
okay,
it's
we don't
good.
have to run all of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of creature based.
First we got to get the commander in Karlach. Also, I don't know how to put a background, so we're about to figure this out. So, commander, and then we go raised by giants, so we get the colors. And yep, and it's if I set it as commander, maybe that works. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, because I guess it gets to be in your command zone, so it's technically in the command slot.
It is technically a commander, so it just requires the text choose a background.
All right.
Okay, so Elder Gargaroth for sure, as we said.
What about the new Roxanne? That card was really cool, and it does trigger on attacks. The one that makes the meteorite that burns for 2 and makes mana.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems
the
cool.
cute cat.
And then, do we want a Helm of the Host or no?
It doesn't work with her because it's only.
Well, it does if you have a copy of her. It's too.
No, because it says the first combat phase.
Right, but if there's 2 of her, right? Oh no, they wouldn't untap. I see the problem. Yes.
Yeah, because it wouldn't. It also wouldn't be the first combat, so it wouldn't trigger anymore.
The only reason we would play Helm of the Host is to go infinite with like, if we want to play like Combat Celebrant.
But Wolfgar of Icewind Dale, he does because it's attacking triggers. They trigger an additional time.
No, but the problem with that, this is the same problem that we ran into with Ishin, right? Is if you double an attack trigger, they don't untap the third attack combat.
Oh yeah,
right?
True. You're right. You would need something else. It just gives you another attack. It's true. But he also gives creature. But he also has melee.
How do you spell him? Is it spelled like that?
It's WLF.
That one?
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah.
But we can play other things like Atali's really cool on attack triggers.
Yeah, like that's the kind of stuff I want.
Roxanne also is double attack. Goreclaw is double.
Why isn't he coming up? Oh. There we go. Which one is it? This one? Yes. And then you said which one? Goreclaw?
Goreclaw, Terror.
Wait, which one?
The one that makes them cost 2 less, and it gets +2/+2 and trample. Which is an attack trigger. It's just Goreclaw, Terror of Qual Sisma.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, remember this is a good one. Kedis, Emberclaw Familiar. That's a cool one. I like him. I think we had built him once before with Kyle. He's the one that's whenever you deal.
Spell it. It's
Kedis, Kediss.
Yeah, we built him with Kodama.
Yeah.
No. Not Kamal.
Something green.
With Kamal. Yeah, with Kamal.
That's what it was, Kamal.
Yeah.
Morag, because Morag seems cool in this.
Yes, we could play all land ramp. And he does have an attack trigger, so.
Yeah. Port Razor has an attack trigger technically too.
Oh.
Well, no, it's a combat trigger. Never mind. But you can't. I like Orin Frostfang. I mean, it only happens once, but the draw is nice.
What, Port Razor, you said?
Yeah. When it deals damage to you untap each creature you control, then it's additional combat. But it can't attack a player it's already attacked this turn.
Mm-hmm.
The new mole god, Anzrag, the Quake Mole. Whenever it becomes blocked, untap each creature you control this combat, and then for a bunch of mana, you can force it to become blocked.
Cool.
I like that. I saw you got Combat Celebrant, right?
Yeah.
Zapendrel. Let's just make our commander like a 2020.
Yeah, and we should play Unnatural Growth as well.
Mm-hmm.
This also is not a bad overwhelming Stampede. We definitely need all our mana doublers, though, because even just our commander is... How much mana is it? It's a lot. Even just
5?
the duo, it's 11. I'm talking about for both. It's 11.
Yeah.
So we want Zendikar.
Yeah, because there probably are going to be a creature-based deck.
We want Zendikar. We also want an Ancient Copper Dragon. That's good at making mana, I've heard.
We could run the Hellkite Charger, Savage Vent Maul, Shenanay's too.
Klauth.
Grook's Uprising, because let's just make sure they all got trample.
Oh, we could also play Sirach and Goreclaw for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Uprising draws, which is why I like it.
Toski.
Do we
I
want
like Toski?
do we want
more draw.
Goldspan seems good, right?
Yeah, I guess it is an attack trigger, right?
Yeah, it is. And then you said Toski? The squirrel?
Yeah. Yeah. What about Drakuseth?
How do you spell it?
Oh, Toski? I think it's Toski.
Yeah, Drakuseth sounds really stupid.
Because that's a lot of damage to just burn out a lot of things on board.
So hold on, I got Zendikar. We need the Nyxbloom Ancient.
Let's just say whenever
This is definitely Selvala Heart of the Wild deck.
because they're gonna be thick boys.
I mean, even our commander is a 10/10.
Xenaghost, God of Revels. Let's make him even bigger. And also, it's another kind of haste enabler.
Of course, nothing wants to come up today. How do you spell that one?
Oh, Xenaghost. It's a Xenagos.
Which one is it?
God of Revels.
Okay, got it.
How about Grand Warlord Rada? Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, add that much mana in any combinations of red or green until the end of your turn. You don't lose mana as steps and phases end.
Sounds good.
Because it's kind of like another Klauth, except you can cast it on anything.
Definitely old Gnawbone.
You do Scourge of the Throne. That's the dethroning dragon. What about Professional Facebreaker? Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you make a treasure token. And then you can sacrifice a treasure to exile top of your library.
Isn't it only... I don't think it's worded exactly like that. Hold on.
No, it's only one. You only get one treasure for combat. Oh no, I guess you get 3 because it's damage to a player.
Yes,
so
that is how it
you
works.
get 3.
Which you would get 6, which is pretty good for a rate of 3.
And then at most, we could also sacrifice those treasures to dig through a deck if we really need to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is definitely a Return of the Wild Speaker type of deck.
And Rishkars. And last March of the Ents?
Yeah, because they're going to be a pretty big butt.
Even just our commander is 10, so. Oh! Just so you know, it's a $300 only. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. So we might have to take out like the ancient copper dragon.
Yes. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
an old gnawbone. Goldspan Dragon's probably also gonna have to get the cut. It's like another $20 card.
Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on. Yeah, the old Nullbone might have to go. Hold on.
And Nyx Bloom is up there too.
Because the lands can be super budget. Like, we can run all basics and the lands will work.
Like I said, Goldspan's a little bit up there too.
Yes, Goldspan can go too.
Then maybe without the all the token generations too, maybe we actually cut Professional Facebreaker. Because we had other token like the generations that way.
How much money? He's $8.
He's like randomly $8. He's pretty good. Because even Last March of the Ents is like another $15 too.
Hold on, let's. Right, that card is broken though.
It just needs another printing, I think.
Okay, so let's get some of the draw in. So we got Beast Whisperer. Let's get the Guardian Project. I guess we can play the 6 mana ones, Primordial, Sage.
I feel like this is probably a good up the beanstalk deck too.
Yeah.
Like almost every creature we put in so far is like right there.
It's not even just creatures, by the way.
I know. Just saying. We won't really put creatures in so far.
Green Warden. No, not that. What's the Soul of the Harvest? I put the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Alright. Did I miss any draw? We got the Beast Whisperer, Guardian Project. Should we play some of the, like, draw when they enter? Definitely not the Great Henge.
Mana Crypt.
Yeah, you wish.
We could do a Beast Whisperer if we're playing pretty creature heavy.
I got that.
Like I said, then the Grook's Uprising draws cards. We got the attacking.
Yeah, we got this and Oran Frosting.
Oh, look up Primeval Herald and tell me what you think. It's on ETB and attack, which is kind of cool.
Interesting. Okay. We need some more good creatures. What else?
Oh, we need some more creatures. Okay.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
We could play. It's not. Helena and Helena could buff the board, but then if she's not getting big, but it's the beginning of combat on your turn, so if we're having
we're not really.
combats,
Yeah, we're not really like a counter. I mean, she would be good, I guess. We could also just play Overwhelming Stampede. That'll definitely kill everybody.
yeah.
Our commander at worst is a 10/10.
You know, remember when we were looking at the Galta that puts everything in the play
Also want
from your
brownie.
hand, and it's getting expensive.
How much is it?
It's like $15 to $12 now.
Already? Jesus.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out. I'm like, this card's gas. We should put in a deck, and people we were like, it was like $3. Like no one believed in this card. Now it's like
we made the deck. Yeah, we made it a deck. If you remember.
Yeah. Well, obviously we could run all our creature ramp.
Yes. Okay. We can run budget land base because this deck is good with that. These colors are good with that. What about Svella? Am I thinking of the right card?
Is that the one that makes the tokens and you
can play stuff for free?
I mean, that's pretty cool.
When you got big stuff like that, it seems pretty good.
You know, we have an archetype that actually isn't too bad. An archetype of aggression gives all creatures you control trample, so it's another trample enabler as a creature, which kind of synergizes into our deck.
Hold on. I'm gonna swap the Clouth for Old Gnawbone because Old Gnawbone is obviously better, right?
Well, I also didn't realize how expensive Clouth was.
Yeah, but we can fit one at least, and I think Old Gnawbone is the best one. Because Ancient Copper Dragon is like, it's an argument between these two, right? Are the best, right?
Because Ancient Copper Dragon, you could roll like a 1 and get 1 treasure.
So I think Old Gnawbone at worst is, and our commander's going to be a 10/10. So I think this one's the best for what we're doing.
Maybe Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard. He's not like great on his own, but he is just a defensive for our creatures.
Spell that, Hajar, you said?
Hajar.
Hajar, like that, Loyal Bodyguard, you said?
Yeah.
Sacrifice creatures you control get +1/+1 indestructible until end of turn.
So to protect against like a board wipe, or if we're having a turn where we're going to swing 3 times, we pop this. Now all those swinging legendaries are indestructible.
Cool.
And I think we have a decent amount.
We do, yeah.
Goblin and Archomancer. Let's get that cost reduction.
Oh, right, yeah. The boy.
You got one of those.
We haven't made a Gruul deck in a while, actually, by the way.
No.
It's been a while since we did the companion with the Villas, or the not Villas. Oh my God, Vial Smasher.
What about Hasty? Your stuff enters tapped Urabrask. It can make like a turn if they have something big to play. It enters tapped for our turn to get some free swings in.
Sure. Well, we definitely want some haste. So.
Yeah. What Dragonborn Champion? Whenever a source you control deals 5 more damage to a player, draw a card.
Say that again. Which one?
Dragonborn Champion.
Yeah, I remember that card.
If a giant you control would deal damage... Oh, wait, that's true. Our commander's a giant, but that's just for our commander, so it doesn't seem worth it.
Okay, so let's get in the ramp. So Soul Ring. Do we want a Decanter or a Thought Vessel?
Definitely a Thought Vessel, at least. Even though I think Decanter might be cheaper now. No, that's right. Thought Vessel gets print. Oh, I completely forgot Rhythm of the Wild. Or Rhythm of the Wild.
Yes, great card.
Can't be countered in Riot. Let's go. If they're already hasted.
How much is Tribute to the World Tree right now?
I'm not sure.
Already $10? Come on, man. It's going in the maybe board for now.
It's a good card.
We could just play Elemental Bond. That's fine. It's just the worst version.
Check.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Because it hasn't had a printing in a while.
Garruk's what's the creature version? Praetor? Is that what it's called? Or Pack Leader?
Pack Leader.
No, not that one.
Oh, it's Pack Leader. Garruk's Pack Leader, I think it's called. Because it's not a Garruk. It's Garruk's, like it's his creature.
There we go. Fuck you guys. We know the budget options. Right? It's 3 or greater?
Yeah.
Pack Leader, right? right? 3 or greater. Yes, we're playing it.
What about lizard plates? Just give a
Lizard plates.
yeah, just it's a 1/1, but a double strike. But you could put it onto a creature to give it double strike. Let's give our 10/10 commander that we're going to give trample
No,
double strike.
we can just. Isn't there a red card that just gives things double strike?
I mean, it's an enchantment. It's not a creature, and I think it's attacking.
Right. No, isn't there like an older enchantment that just gives everything double strike?
Oh, there it's cost even more money. I think. I mean, that money more mana.
Right. In our green deck, what does that mean?
There's not Berserker's Onslaught. There's another one.
Rage Reflection?
I think you're right. Yeah.
67 cents. Do we want this?
I meant Mana-wise. I guess we could because it does technically. Ooh, what about a Rancor? I guess no. Maybe we'll have enough trample going on, right?
No, we have plenty of trample. We got the Uprising, we got Sirach and Goreclaw, and we got regular Goreclaw. Yeah, we're good.
What about Blast from the Past? What about Mage Slayer? Whenever an equipped creature attacks, it deals damage equal to its power to the player. So on attack declaration, you take 10. Okay, now you make your blocks. Okay, I get my extra combat swinging you. You take another 10.
No, that sounds very good. Yeah.
Or if we have we double up to 20. Okay, attack. You take 20 on attack declaration.
No, this seems crazy. For sure.
Oh, another card I've kind of learned to like a little bit. We might not need it in this type of deck, but it's a Escape to the Wilds. The additional land play is nice, and it just basically is like a pseudo draw. And you do have to play those cards, so it can suck if you hit something really good.
Well, most people would just play Jessica's Will, but obviously that's a lot more money.
But I think Jessica's Will doesn't give you an extra land play.
Right, but it gives you a fuck ton of mana is the difference. Which
Potentially.
Yeah, which, you know.
What about just like a straight up
Also, the thing that I like about this is until the end of your next turn as well.
Yeah.
So.
What about Relentless Assault? It's just the four mana on top of all creatures that attack this turn. The additional combat followed by additional main phase.
Oh, speaking of that, we should get some recursion. So Seasons Pass, and we could play Relentless Assault as well. Just maybe.
You got Entish Restoration.
Entish Restoration. Oh, the ramp, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need Harrow. We can play, because I want to make Morag as good as possible in this deck. So we can play Sakura Tribuilder. We can play what else?
Oh, what about an Inferno Titan?
What's the other one? Farhaven?
Yeah, Farhaven Elf.
Inferno Titan sounds good. That hoses elf decks. I love me an Inferni Titan. And we'll play Primeval. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so we definitely need some more ramp. So Kodama's Reach,
Cultivate.
No. Architect, stop it. Okay.
Sakura Tribuilder.
I got that. We could do a Rampant Growth. Because I like a 2-mana, take an extra combat. With Morag.
Mm-hmm.
What about a Fierce Empath? We got some stupid big creatures.
I like Fierce Empath.
It is a budget tutor. Wait, maybe? Is it even good for us? It looks... Yeah. It looks like we have enough. Because this is one of our win cons. So yeah, it tutors enough, I think. Oh, okay, we're at 229, so we're good on... We're making good with the part. We might even be able to add some stuff back in, but... hold on, I'm going to put the Great Henge in the maybe board as well.
Oh, Kogla, our boy. It has an attack trigger: destroy target artifact or enchantment, defending player controls.
Oh yeah. That's great.
Another cool one is Delina Wild Mage. That's the one that you roll, and if you get a 1 to 14, you make a copy of a thing, and it loses legendaries. So you can actually make a copy of legendaries. It doesn't do anything with our commander.
No, she's really strong though.
But we can potentially with certain untapped tech like trigger things, especially with the ones that are deal combat damage. So then we can potentially.
Do we want to put a helm in to at least have one combo with this? With the comments over it?
We could, yeah.
Also, a helm is just insane in decks like this.
Well, should we do the helm? What's the Godo? I forgot what his name is.
Oh, you won't play Godo?
Yeah, because if we'll have helm, that'll be also just be another way to
and he's budget, so I believe. Yep,
helm
84 cents. Yeah, obviously, but we're gonna fit it. We're at 250, so we're gonna be fine for lands. And most of the instants in these decks don't cost a lot of money. The creatures is where all the money is in these decks. And enchantments.
Now is like something like a Whisper Silk cloak something that we should run.
Because our commander being unblockable?
Yeah.
Or we just fit a Chromus Memorial, that's what we do. How much money is that stupid card?
Probably a bunch.
Oh my god. Is there anything that gives unblockable in these colors? We could play the thing that they can't be dealt damage, or we just put a Vigor. What about Vigor? Or,
Classification. Let's make our commander a 30-30.
Does that work like that?
Yeah, because it gives the
classification gives 10-10. Yeah, that's funny. But I mean, with any of the unnatural growths or the Zopandrel, which we play Fierce Empath, so it can be tutored with that, is a one shot every turn. With that. But
we can run a Kestic Wolf run too.
Oh yes, for sure.
I love that card. Castle Embereth, Mosswort Bridge. I know we're looking at lands, but
this one, the +1/+0.
Yeah, it just cool utility land.
I like Mosswort Bridge.
You could probably even run Spine Rock Null too. Both hideaways. Cause I think it'll be easy to trigger both of them.
Yes, for sure. Our commander is the damage. I love hideaways. People don't realize how good they are because they actually cast the card.
Yeah, it's and so because good. The way it's worded, you get do it without its mana cost and stuff. You could do it off of weird turns.
There are vintage decks that play the blue one with Emrakul.
Oh yeah, because you just mill yourself.
You just brainstorm or Sensei's Top, and you play this, and you just draw. You can also just draw. You don't even need to mill yourself. Spine Rock Null? You shit in the bed? What's happening here?
Yep. Looks like it is.
Hello? What?
You broke it, Tom. Real nice. Real nice, Tom.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Bless you.
So, how many things do you think we should run that are like the 1/2 mana, like target creature gains hexproof and indestructible, just to make sure our commander doesn't die?
Do we want to play Vigor before we look at that?
We could. Vigor is really annoying.
Because I think he's cheaper than the artifact that makes it so your creatures can't be dealt damage. Isn't he? Where is he? Oh no, he's $10
again.
Jesus. What's
But you
the
know what it is?
artifact I'm talking about?
The defiler vigor. Oh, but it's only green permanents. Never mind. That's a little.
What's the one I'm talking about? That is the Iroas effect on an artifact.
Oh, what's it called? I know exactly what you're talking. It's like looks like a portal through a little stone bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It is called Dolem Gate.
Oh my god, it's even more than vigor. That's fucking insane. Okay, so those all go in the maybe board for now.
It's a good effect if you read it.
Let's play some interaction. So we got Vandal
Our
Blast.
interaction is punching face. Tom, the Tarrasque. That's removal on a stick.
That's a
On
fun one.
attack. Just like Kogla is removal on a stick. No, but it's really expensive to play mana wise.
What does that
I think
mean,
like
though?
Beast Within, like Return to Nature, Chaos Warp, Corrosion Grip.
Hold on, Beast
Just
Within.
get rid of things that we need to.
Beast Within. Also, we could play Ancient. The Silverback. What is it? Ancient.
Ancient
Silverback Elder.
Silverback Elder.
Okay, then. So we got Beast Within. Hold on. Beast Within. Okay.
I know we're not a huge fan of Chaos Warp, but
Yeah, I'm not.
oh, so you know how I used to have a Prosper?
Mm-hmm.
I was going through all my stuff, and I took out all the mono red exile off the top, and I built Lelia, and I actually ended up winning with it. And actually, part of the reason I ended up winning is I actually Tibalt Trickery to board wipe.
Oh my god.
Now they got a big creature, but then I gave my commander unblockable and had an extra combat.
Jesus.
And swung for like 22 and ended up winning. Like I won in a mono red attacking deck. I'm like, who am I right now?
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
What is this? But I'm still playing blue because I counterspelled.
What's the green one that pops in artifact or enchantment and exiles a card from graveyard? Oh well, yes, well that's a good one. I'm talking about the 2-mana one.
Oh, Return to Nature. Should we also run like a Harrow just for like a little bit more ramp?
I got it. I got it already. That and Intish.
What about Artifact Mutation? Destroy target artifact. You get X/1/1 sapling creatures where X is its mana value, or maybe we need want something a little bit more like
a braid.
Wide.
Or no, Artifact Mutation is fine.
Because it does what a braid does. We don't care about the damage, I don't think, as much. And it just makes a bunch of more things for us to attack with. Like if we hit like a 6-drop artifact, that's 6 extra drop 1/1s this way.
Okay, let's get into the land. So we're gonna get a command tower.
Oh, we should probably still run a Rogue's Passage.
Yes, for sure.
And we got the Kessig Wolf Run, right? Actually, the cool thing about Kessig Wolf Run is you don't have to put any X into it to give it trample. You just need a red and a green and tap. Because there's the other land that does that too, the Scrag, the Rage Pits.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we'll run that.
Okay, got all that.
Probably a Myriad Landscape. Because we still have some landfall and like a Blighted Woodland.
We should just play the ones that we can. Is there like?
Well, we could run the
Cabaret Obscura, Cabaret, yeah.
Cabaret Courtyard and Riveteer's Outlook. But you run Game Trail. Cinderglade, which is the tutorable one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to run the bounce land with Gruul Turf or no?
How much is Fable Passage?
I think that's the cheapest one, right?
It's 6 though.
Mm,
I'd rather just run like Evolving Wilds.
yeah. Rockfall Vale is decently cheap too.
Okay, so you said Rockfallville?
Yeah. Mountain Valley is like the slow fetch.
So we're at 267 right now. So Mountain Valley, you said?
Yeah, that like so that's the search for a forest
Do we want to
mountain.
play some more ones that tutor for us? Or
So we should get Rootbound Crag and Carplusian Forest.
and the temple? Is it Plenty? Is that the?
Yeah, Temple of Plenty. Yeah,
No, not
no,
Plenty. Damn it.
Temple of Abandon. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Because I was thinking that. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. It was very cool. We got Rockfall Vale.
Yes.
Do we want more tutораbles, or do we just want to?
Uh, I mean, we only have the Wood Elves, right? That gets it.
Yeah, right.
So
Because we didn't do 3 visits or
yeah,
whatever.
it's not like super important.
So basics are probably gonna like could be pretty strong. So we're tutoring a lot of them.
Do we want to play Yavi Maya?
Everything
How much is it?
forest.
Oh, it's $12.
Taiga.
Yeah, you wish.
Uh,
How expensive is Stomping Ground?
I think it's the cheaper out of them. You could check it.
Didn't they just get reprinted?
Yeah, but they didn't really change much on a bunch of them. Oh, I almost sneezed, but then didn't.
You're right. It's $11 still. Man, Commander, man. Just. Did we get Command Tower this time? We did. Okay, good. Okay, I think that's good. We should probably be just the rest for us. So 71 green, 41 red. Okay, so I got a Balaget as well. Do we want like a Turn Timber? How much is Turn Timber now? Yeah, it's worth it.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Castle Garenbreg, I also like. It is a little. It's not too bad. It is getting. It's starting to like slowly tick up.
It's also broken with Nyxbloom Ancient.
Yeah,
So-
it is.
Alright, so let's get the rest of the lands. We got 2 MDFCs and a majority of green. So let's do that. And do you think 5 mountains or 9 forests and 4 mountains?
Well, how's our spread looking?
So here, it's 41 to 80, and that's before we make cuts as well.
Nah.
And we're also like a little under, so like we could add better cards as well. No, actually, we're not that much under. We're at like
No, yeah,
287.
we'll just kind of leave it where it is.
So,
Yeah, I think the few forests. Early game ramp when you want to see our green first, so that we could fix our mana.
okay. So
Even if it was kind of even, I'd still probably say run just a few more on the green side, just so that we can hit the ramp cards, because that
Right.
really helps fix the mana.
and we're only 8 cards over, so that's not too bad. Let's cut some of the creatures.
Yeah.
We got 40 of them. I'm thinking actually Toski.
But the draw, we have a lot of good draw though. We don't need
No,
that.
but
True.
we have the better one, which is this.
But Toski's indestructible.
You're right.
But we
you're
never
right.
lose Toski.
Right. No, I understand. It doesn't have to be that if you don't want. I don't know any other creatures maybe. How much of this is relevant for us is the question. Right?
The
Is this
creature
even
you're
gonna...
attacking with... Well, let's check all of our attack triggers again.
Uh...
Nope. He does have melee, so it triggers himself.
Yes. This doesn't work. That works. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. But it doesn't really work. So it's 3.
Doesn't matter.
4. 5. 6. 7.
But it doesn't really matter.
So then...
Same thing. 6.
7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And yeah, we cut it.
I also... Xenagos is...
No, Xena, that's gas. That's so much extra damage. That will kill people.
Well, that's the thing, though, is the reason why I haven't been playing it in my decks is just because we have this and Unnatural Growth now. So it's like...
But
then also...
Packing it all together, it's so much damage.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I think Overwhelming Stampede does that a little better.
It's also the haste enabler. He's an indestructible creature. Now,
right.
Xenagos is too good.
Right, but like we're red, so like we have haste. We have haste from Urabrask, and we have like this is just one creature. Right, but it's just one creature that does it.
21 commander damage says only one creature. And it's already a 10/10.
Yeah, so it'd be 40 damage. I mean, I guess like just for that alone, but you know, the problem is we need to make sure that we have like trample in that instance for it to become relevant. Also, we should check our ramp. I just want to make sure we have enough because I was kind of just like throwing it in. So we got those 2, so that's 2. I don't know if I count these. This is like half. 3. Kind of both of these. 4, 5, 6,
7, kind of.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so that's
good. Escape could kind of be 1, 2 at 14.
Yeah. Oh, and we play Landscape.
15, 16. So that's 16 in total.
Woodland, yeah. So that's good.
So that's pretty good.
We got a lot of high creatures, so we don't really want to cut down on that.
I think Grook's pack leader is one of those ones that just kind of feels okay. We have a lot of really good draw options.
I guess we need to... It just depends on how many 3s we have, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, kind of. Yeah, no, pack leader seems good still. I'm thinking...
I'm just saying it seems like the...
I'm not thinking it's the worst, because it also draws off of Elder Gargaroth tokens. And it can attack as well, which I think this deck cares about. Having, like, another body on board to attack, like, sounds relevant to me. Like, I think in this instance... Oh, we didn't even end up putting it in. I was going to say Elemental Bond is worse. And I don't even think we need to do an Up the Beanstalk check. That card seems fucking crazy. We have another haste enabler again, so we have plenty of haste. We're not worried about that. Do we still think this is good? Because does this... Oh, no! Yeah, that deals it to everybody. No, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
No, we have to keep that.
Yeah, that's like, if I kill one player...
Yeah, that's just going to kill everybody.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah, exactly. And if we draw any of the
combat.
Right, if we draw any of the doublers, they're probably just dead. That's why I would really want to fit in a Chroma's Memorial if we can. I mean, it looks
maybe
like
maybe the Mage Slayer we could cut. It's kind of doing what our deck wants to do. It feels like just like a one more card.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to spend a turn playing it, equipping it 6 mana turn to not really add to the board.
So we're at 881. How much is the Achromas? You know, because here's the thing, right? The vigilance also matters because the issue that we had with Wolfgar, that issue goes away when
That's only if we have that one card.
Right. But what I'm saying is, the vigilance matters in that situation. But anything else that doesn't look good? I think we just cut the mutation.
Yeah, it's only an artifact. That's not going to be the only thing we run into. And again, in a very aggressive board,
we already have this.
Sorceries.
Right, and we already have this, so that's much better.
Yeah. Right. No, I still like Rhythm of the Wild.
Fierce Empath seems insane in this deck, by the way. Because, it can get Godo, which gets Helm of the Host. It seems really stupid.
So we still have the one combo.
And then we have... what?
Am I saying that, no, maybe it's still just worthy to have the one removal.
Yeah, I think at least having those 3 is fine. And
I just want to smork.
But the question is, do we want all these draw ones? I mean, no, they seem too good. Oh, with our commander alone, they're 10, they're 10,
Yeah, draw 10, last march is absolutely cracked.
Maybe one of these?
Maybe the Escape to the Wilds. That could hit some stuff that maybe, if we hit, 3 7-drops, we're like, oh, and then 2 lands, we're like, well, we're probably only playing one of those 7-drops.
Yeah. That's the problem in decks like this. If it was if we're playing a combo deck or if it was also had blue, if we were playing an instant sorcery deck or something like that, it'd be really good. Let's check how much we have before we keep cutting because we've got a good amount. 4 more. Okay, we still have 41 a lot of creatures. Any standing out to you?
So about Dragonborn Champion.
Mm-hmm.
So if a creature has trample, it still gets blocked and only does 1 damage. He doesn't trigger. He only triggers if big things hit. So maybe it's worth cutting him because maybe sometimes he's not going to get there.
It's worded that whenever a source you control deals 5 or more damage to a player. So that means even just this when it attacks, right? It even is counting just damage.
Well, that doesn't do enough damage to trigger it. Because Draxus only hits for 4. And you see what I'm saying? A lot of these creatures, if they're not getting buffed,
right?
If they're not hitting for 5, they're not drawing anything.
Right. I guess Toski is just better, right?
Yeah, we have some instances where it will, but then other instances where it doesn't. Well, I think where he's cool is because it's whenever any source deals damage. So if you have burn spells, but I feel like this isn't the deck for him.
Yeah, this is really good in a dragon deck where you're playing Dragon Tempest or Scourge,
Yeah, and you hit for a bunch of damage and get to draw a cards off of just that. I think it's fine to cut him.
Oh, I forgot to count this towards ramp as well.
Yeah, the reduction. Yeah. Because that matters, because that is early game reduction for both. Yeah, he's so good in a deck like this.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 more to cut, right?
We're 273. It's not bad.
What if we cut 1 ramp because we have... 16?
What would it be?
14,
what do
15,
you think?
16?
There's also 2 reducers as well.
Yeah.
I haven't checked how much this counts, but
it's with power 4 or greater, so let's take a look. Well, our commander is 1.
Yes, our commander is 1 because it's a 5/4. So even just that alone is great because that's making our commander 3 mana, which is fantastic. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. Trace, 4, 5, 6. Itself doesn't count. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it's still good. Yeah. Yep. And yep. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so like 23 creatures.
Yep.
So yeah, if it affects more than half of our creatures, I still think it's pretty good.
What about this?
We cut that. I think we'll just play like the risky game of you'll be dead before you board wipe. And if we get board wipe, we get board
Oh,
wipe. That's the downside.
yeah, I mean, we could play Heroic Intervention. Like, that's our one thing that we could play. Uh, and we are at 272, so we could fit it if you want. It might be worth it. Because, like, we don't have any board wipe protection because the cards are too expensive.
Yeah.
Like, normally we would play, like, Vigor, we would play Dolmen Gate and Akroma's Memorial.
Those don't work against like board wipes that we run into. Honestly,
Well, this one works against the red ones, but
nothing's gonna save us from like a Cyclonic Rift.
No.
And so, but like Wrath of God.
Actually, there is one thing. It's a Shia, but that doesn't do anything for us. All that does is make Morag better. Actually, I mean, a Shia is a ramp, but we're not gonna play it just to dodge Cyclonic Rift.
Does get really big, hits landfall trait, but yeah, no.
Well, I mean, a Shia is just, it's funny because like any of the cards that say non-land just don't work. And believe it or not, there's a lot of them. Like Hullbreaker says non-land. So Shia just like shuts out a Hullbreaker. And then we obviously, we have a lot of things that make mana on attack as well.
Yeah, also forget Roxanne also makes mana too. I think that's another one. Maybe we could cut a ramp source, or because we actually have a lot more. Maybe it's like a Harrow.
I'm thinking it's Rampant Growth.
Oh yeah, it's the rampant growth. Yeah, because the extra landfalls actually kind of matter. It's funny, like how rampant growth's gotten pushed out of like builds.
But the thing is, like it's funny because like standard commander or like most people are like only playing 2-mana rocks for the most part. Like people, I don't know if people have like gotten into the like mindset yet that, or they realize how good like the 3-mana ones are, at least for green. Like I think that for other colors, like making sure that you have which usually when we're playing like anything but green, we always play the 2-mana rocks, but I think people need to realize like how good it is to get to draw off your mana sources, Even if you're paying 1 extra, having that creature in play is another creature that can attack when you're going to kill them. It's a card that lets you draw. It's a card that can be sacrificed if you have to sacrifice something. It can block. It does everything it needs to. And I personally think Wood Elves is better than Rampant Growth because it can get duels. And like Silval, like what a fucking card, Like come on, nobody needs to fight about that card. All right, we need to cut one more card. 39 creatures.
Well, we cut out Steve.
No.
Scroll up a little bit more. What about the Port Razor? Is it the worst of the extra turns? Because it has to deal combat damage, and if it can't get through.
Also, can it only trigger once each turn, right?
Well, yeah, because it can't attack a player it's already attacked this turn. So if it could hit everybody.
But it works with Helm, right?
Yeah, but it has to actually make contact.
Which we have Godo and Combat Celebrant, which is better.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just cut.
Because those are just on attack. So I think that's fine. Yeah, because that has to deal damage. So let's.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
All right. Let me check the price really quick. So we're 271. Is there any swaps we want to do? Let's look at swappy doodles. Can't fit that. We could technically fit that if we wanted to, which would help a lot, especially with our commander. Anything else? Vigor wouldn't be bad. Anything you see that you would really want?
I think if you're trying to figure out what the deck wants to do,
It
it'd
wants to
be
attack.
either it wants Vigor or Memorial, but Vigor
Or
doesn't
Dolmen.
guarantee. Not Vigor because it makes them bigger. We actually kind of like the damage being prevented with Vigor, and it also adds into the creature, and it's another reduction. It's another thing that draws with the pack leader. So I think it's just overall better than the Arch or
Also, it's
the
just
Grid.
better than Dolmen's Gate.
So yeah, let's try and fit Vigor in. And I think we could keep it there.
How much would he add? So he would put us at 282. Yeah. So what would
I
come
think
out? Do we think Sylvala is too cute?
look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them without paying. There's a lot of mana to do. And I think we're going to be drawing enough where we don't need the ability. So he's just literally making mana rocks. And I think it's like, yeah, whatever. We'll make mana rocks. All right, let's see. Let's see how this bad boy goes.
So, yes. And also with Vigor, in particular, it could be tutored with Fierce Empath as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, I actually... Do we keep... Yeah, I was like, I'm glad we kept the Toski. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Okay. So, yeah, this seems fine. No.
Yeah, Mossbert.
Oh, yeah.
Into
Yes,
ramp.
into all this, yes. Yes, this seems good. Alright, so let's do the Mosswort.